Alright, hi everybody. This should be the last video tutorial that I make, hopefully for a little while. Um, I know that there's been a number of changes that have already taken place, and I know that that can probably be fairly frustrating. We we do realize that, and I have personally tried to make sure that program coordinators have been included in these changes and attempted to open things up to a trial run to get some feedback and personally in terms of this particular item, very happy to receive feedback because I am the one that has been working on these. Obviously, this was Mark Fithian's framework. I have just kind of built onto that a little bit and made it our own, if you will. So if there is any feedback that you have for this, I'm certainly happy to take that on board and see what I can do. The other two things with assigned incidents and the new exemption process, you know, I can take the feedback to the systems teams, you know, but obviously what they can and can't do is limited. So I am very grateful for your patience and your willingness to learn these new things. And I know that it can be a little bit inconvenient. I know this is a really busy time. So again, thank you and apologize for the inconvenience. We are hoping that some of these new things will make either the process easier for everybody or allow more time to sit with the faculty and maybe reduce some double handling. So they have not been put into place without consideration of the implications, I guess. So without further ado, this is the new planner. I believe you were shown this at a meeting a couple months ago, and it may have looked a little bit different at that stage, but overall the functionality is still very much the same. So at the moment there is two versions of this. A couple things that I've noticed in our testing that I decided to change and again build on based off of what we found to be a bit cumbersome. And that is that in the most well, in the versions that we have been using and testing and trialing, the exemption box, which is this beautiful purple here, it's really far away from the course codes, and I know it's a little bit of a silly thing, it's not that far away, but still trying to refer back to each line that when the codes are all the way over here is a little bit of a pain. So I am working to move this column from over here to over here so that when you decide that you want to give exemptions, it's literally as minimal work as possible. You will come in and just put the student's last name and first name, preferably last name capitalized, and normal case for first name, and then student number or just write perspective, and then wherever the exemptions are coming from, put those there. If you know that they're starting this semester, by all means, use the drop-down box that's here and choose which semester they're starting, because these are the things that carry over into the other areas of the planner. But at a minimum, if you could just fill out the name, number, and or perspective, and their exemption basis. Then the only remaining step for you is to go down the line and go, yes, they get an exemption for that. So you put an E. And that's it. Just E, 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 E. When you see one that maybe had been done previously, you may see a C and a D. The C is for credit transfer. It came from a different program. D is for done, done being in the current program, the current planner program. So that way we know, okay, that came from the Benz down the road, and this is from the actual associate's degree. It was just completed. And that is all you need to know. There's no copying, there's no pasting, it's just E, and once you have completed your assessment and filled in these E's and the name and the student number and the basis, all you have to do is hit Save to Student Records. And that is going to create a file that sits in the Student Records folder within that major and that program. And to show you as an example, currently we currently have all of these planners sitting outside of the main ones for the most part. So anywhere that there's a student records folder and the planner sits one folder hierarchy above it, when you hit this button, it automatically saves the document based off of the student number, the student's name, and the date. So the same naming convention we've always used, but now you do not have to manually enter any of it well, you have to manually enter it once, I suppose, which is here, but you don't have to do it a second time. You don't have to go to File, Save As, or any of that. It is just literally press the button once and you're done. If you are opening an existing document, so you've already went to student records and say you open this one up, you will not be able to hit the Save to Student Records folder because there is no student records folder within the student records folder, if that makes sense. So, sorry, I'm just smashing every button in here. So if you decide that you've opened up from the students records folder and you want to save it again, you would just hit Save XLSM Anywhere. And in that situation, it will always automatically go to your documents folder, but if you want to save I guess a copy, if you want to build off of a previously existing copy, you could just go into the folder that it was and just change the details, just the date and stuff, to just make a new copy of it. So in this case, I would just go, okay, I'm changing the date to the 6th to make a new copy, so you're not starting all over. Yeah, that 6 didn't work, my numlock wasn't on. But this way you're not starting a whole new planner per se. I don't know in what instance you would need to know that, but in the event that you are doing that for some reason, you're giving exemptions after they've already started the program, you may want to work off of a pre-existing planner. But I wouldn't expect that to happen very often. So, so as I mentioned, main steps are name, student number, the E's in the purple column, whether the purple column's on this side for now or the purple column's on this side. Either way, all you need to put is the letter E for exemption and then press Save to Student Records if it's a brand new planner copy. And that's it. So if you have any questions or you want to send me some feedback, or you're just not sure about something, as always, super happy to lend a hand and take aboard any constructive feedback. So I hope that you find this new planner to be a little bit more efficient and quick to produce. And just a little FYI, I'm sure you've seen this before. When you do create the E's, the C's, and the D's in the purple column, it automatically ticks off in the C, D, and E columns over here. It's just that in this particular one, it was based off of the template, which I haven't actually well, the template isn't filled in, obviously. So I'll just quickly put it over here. C, C, E, E, oops, oopsie. And you will see that it generates diamonds for credits and just plain tick marks for exemptions. And this information here is populated based off of what's in these red boxes here. So that's just a little FYI. And yeah, anyway, as I said, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much for giving this a go. Ta, bye.